What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with another Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 Skalgrim Mod Skirmish. So we continue Titan Mania with the Space Marines and are now going to be taking a look at the Dark Angels Titan, the Invincible reason. And by taking a look, I mean skirmishing with 5 of them. This is, after all, not a spotlight, though I will be spotlighting the ship in the Spotlight series along with all the other new stuff. So yeah, 5 Invincible reasons. Now, just quickly, this ship is a jack of all trades. Like, it can do a little bit of pretty much everything at a mid to long range sort of engagement range, and not at a close range, because it does have primarily lances and plasma macros. It doesn't have any regular macros. It does have torps for both boarding and regular style, as well as I said, a bunch of little bits of everything. We got a Nova cannon, we got lance artillery for the prow, we got the turrets, we also got a couple super heavy launch bays. So at mid to long range, I think this thing is pretty damn beastly, and I'm pretty excited to see how it performs. So that's about it. Let's take it into a battle. Now, in terms of upgrades, we're going to be taking, 5 of these guys. We're going to be taking a supercharged void shield and an auger probe. Auger probe, obviously, to identify the enemies, and a supercharged void shield just to keep our admiral alive. Not that that is particularly important for the Space Marines, but I don't want to. I mean, we could get a stasis bomb, but I don't want to rely on it. Otherwise, we're going to get advanced void shield pattern, because we do get more benefit from the shields getting that armor. Especially when fighting at a distance, and this thing once again wants to be at mid to long range, as well as the disruption overcharge to increase our damage against enemy shields. If we are once again to fight at long range, this will help us out in curbing the advantage that the enemy has, similar to the one that we do at range. So here we go. Well, let's launch. Let's go random. Let's just go random. Let's see what it gives us. I'm excited to see how 5 of these things work, especially with their sort of jack-of-all-trades thing. I mean, I think they're a little bit similar to the Lux Imperator of the Imperial Navy, a little bit, although not to that degree, jack-of-all-trades. Ironically, they're probably a little bit more closer to the Imperator Somnium, just by virtue of the type of weapons they have, because that ship is also mid to long range, whereas the Lux Imperator is also, well, the Lux Imperator is a jack of all trades, but the Lux Imperator is also quite fragile, and it does have regular macro batteries in addition to its lances and plasmas, whereas these others don't. But anyway, 5 of you. Let's see what enemy fleet we get. Ooh, and this is going to be a coordinate map, so these are always pretty lovely to watch. We're ready up, and let's see what we got here. No Titan on the field, so we don't know yet. Alrighty. Well, you guys are going to send an auger probe. Let's figure it out. It's not Eldari, and it's not Tyranids, by virtue of the fact that they aren't all hiding. Ooh, there's a lot of debris here. Let's move past it. I also want to send you guys to auto-engage at max distance so that you can get with that. I'm also noticing right now that the enemy is not launching fighters, which is kind of interesting. Well then, if they're not going to launch any fighters, boarders, who look like slow ships? Boarders. If that works out for us. And at least we can identify them and launch some torps their way. Oh, you look like you moved fast. These can't be Asuriani, can they? I wonder what that was. Well, we're about to find out. Turn, get ready to fire those boarding torps. Obviously when the enemy, here we go. Oh, they're Necrons. Oh, then our fighters are going to be useless. Recall, and pointless to get the boarding torps out then. Let's just fight them the old-fashioned way. Let's cancel orders. And where is, they're moving past it too. Yep, that's annoying. Start moving this way. As soon as they're in range, we'll just fight them. At a distance. Come a little bit closer. Is that in Yajrazatha? Yes, it is. One of their little tiny ships just got hit by a bunch of lances, but did not get killed. Oh, look at all those plasma macro shells. Barely hitting, obviously, at this range. Oh, but the enemy dirge has been destroyed. You guys stay still. And I guess launch at least some fighters in case enemies come back with fighters. And let's just launch a couple here to keep the enemy identified, as well as an auger probe. Let's set you up here. And we're waiting until they come to us. And then we're telling our fleet to move. There we go. Alrighty. Go back into engagement and cancel order, and then do your thing. There we are. Alright, fire at whoever you want. I just want to watch you guys do work. And I guess it's actually pretty good that we face the Necrons here, because the Necrons like mid-range combat, and we like mid-range combat as well, because we have all of these plasma macros, so I like that very much. Ooh, hello, you just got near us and are probably going to board us, but we can board you too. Right there, and get one more in there, please. There we go, very nice. They boarded us right back, but whatever. I'd like to honor the chapter on this Nyarlathotep, but it is going to maintain distance. We also do have Nova Cannons if we really want to, you know, face this way. And, oh, your deck got damaged, come on. We might as well use some of our Novas, at least on this guy, he's right here. Nova, 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 Nova. There we go, you guys are okay. We can't honor the chapter, but I did not mean to call to arms. Actually, I did. This one can call to arms, never mind. Alright, Nova Cannon's firing, and then you guys can cancel order and get back to whatever it is you were doing. We don't have all-around boarding action, so let's just keep watching the action. Necrons versus Invincible Reasons. I'd ram this thing, but this ship doesn't have a spur. Once again, it is meant to be long range. Ironically, now that the enemy is close enough, we would have benefited from the armor-piercing ammunition that these ships have. And this is once again annoying that the AI is allowing our ships to get so close to the enemy. But that's just the way the AI functions. It's just an irritant. It really shouldn't be approaching some ships when we tell it to max engagement auto. But it circles enemy ships at their only one max distance, i.e. if we circle this Karen, it doesn't care how close it gets to all the other craft. But oh well, what can you do? It's an AI. It's got a lot of problems, let's face it. At least it's a mid-range fight. So yeah, you guys keep fighting. This ship should be dead any second now. Then we'll number one target you right after that. You are an admiral after all. You are taking the most damage, and we could hide you and use you as a fire support, but I think we're having a pretty good time here. Honestly, the Necrons are primarily fighting to our strengths here, and that'll probably make them lose. Although if they did get too close, we'd still be able to board them and do a crazy amount of damage there. Down goes that Imhotep Cairn. One of the only ships that the enemy was able to... Oh, here we go, and there goes their admiral. Alrighty, now who do we target next? What kind of ships do we have here? We have an Osiris, we have a Cairn Annihilator. Let's number one target you. The Annihilator is obviously a fairly threatening vessel because of them Annihilator beams. Do we want to get some defensive fighters? Why not? Why not? They're gonna Star Pulse Wave if we send them at them. So, ironically, this is not showing off some of the best abilities that these ships have, because of their carrier abilities and their boarding torpedoes. You'd be able to do a lot of troop damage between all that if you have fighter superiority anyway. Alright, how are you doing at this distance? Alright, doing reasonable damage. It's two armored factions essentially fighting each other, because we're fairly heavily armored and they're heavily armored. Making it a reasonably drawn out fight. You, I think, need to get away now. Yeah, I also fear that you're not going to survive. Yeah, I think you're dead, buddy. I think you're dead. Try to move away, but with your engine out and them focusing you. I did say before I could have gotten it back here and had the other ships tank, but it's all good. It's all good. The others are all basically full HP, so... Oh yeah, this Cairn Annihilator is just about dead. I want to set up another Auger Probe while we're at it, like right here. You set up there and hopefully identify whatever's hiding there. You... Yeah, you're dead. You're dead. Screw it. Just get one more volley out before you die, buddy. There we go. Fare thee well, Avenger of Illumination. Well, you've provided some illumination at the very least. At least there's that. Alrighty, how's that Cairn Annihilator looking? Oh, it's just about dead at the same time. Lovely. You are getting hurt by who here? Oh, that's a set. It's firing its artillery at you. Okay, let's number one target the enemy's set here. Probably... Oh, these are both sets. Okay, so we'll do this. You two target this set, you two target this set. That's how we'll do it. We gotta rip those both apart, because they are piercing our shields, and it's doing a lot of damage. The Nyarlathotep, because it doesn't pierce shields, we're not really afraid of. Let's target these guys' engines so that they, I guess, can't get away. Not that it really matters. Let's also get some defensive fighters. The enemies have a significant number of fighters as well. And I'm not firing the Nova cannons, but honestly, in this particular battle, I don't think we need them. The enemy is gonna get wrecked here. They really can't escape this. And if they get closer, they'll just end up taking even more damage from our boarding actions and our plasma macros. We can just take them out at a distance. The sets are reasonably fragile as well. This one's almost down. This one's fleeing. How are the fighters doing? Still fighting the enemy. Go figure. We can't launch any more, but we can launch an auger probe. Keep the enemy identified when that one goes down. Next, we'll target the Osiris as the #1 target as soon as this set is dead. I'm really glad we got a long distance shootout. It's a little bit annoying when you bring ships that are meant for close range and you fight enemies that are designed for long distance, because then you wreck them, and then obviously vice versa as well. But then again, on the other hand, it's also fun. Just by virtue of not facing what you're meant to face, or what you have an advantage in facing. And ooh, gotta love the red color scheme for the Necrons. Man, this damn, the Cairn corpses really do act as shields very well, don't they? Yeah, this enemy is completely screwed as well. And we want to launch some, you know what we could do? We could move like this a little bit, presumably you don't ram into each other. As soon as this Osiris, well actually maybe as soon as this Osiris is dead, try to move away from this debris. Everybody repair. Is your engine broken? What? Oh, did I just not select you? My bad. Everybody move this way and away from it. Get a little bit of control going. We could actually just stop you and probably kill this thing with Nova cannons. Novas. I mean, why not? We might as well fire some. Novas. I don't even think we need to fire them all. There we go. Pretty sure that one's dead. Yeah, 2 would have been enough. Or 1 would have been enough, plus some extra shots from our various weapon batteries. All right, move forward now, and I just want to board this thing just for the fun of it, just because we can. So what we'll do is we will now have you set a set of, I don't know, fighters.
We stand ready.
And as soon as it uses its Star Pulse wave, we're just gonna send a bunch of boarding torps. And boarding torps. There we go. And away you go, and fighters as well, or boarding craft as well, rather. Alrighty, and then turn. I mean, we could also go close and get some Honor the Chapters going, but honestly, this battle's over anyway. This battle's over. We lost about 1.7 of our 5. And you are now boarded all to hell. Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. Good luck. We could just turn off our firing and just move away and watch you turn into a drifting Hulk with that, I think. Not that there's any need to. Let's rip you apart. Ooh, let's look. I just want to see what the accents look like with the red on the Nyadrazath. I feel like I like the gold accents better. I don't remember what the name of the particular Necron dynasty with the gold accents is, but I remember it looking real cool. And down goes the last of the enemy ships. There we are. There we are. Well done to the Invincible reasons. One of them proved not so invincible, but at least we managed to get a nice battle off at the range that they were meant to play at. Next time, I think we're going to be taking a look at the Hrafnkel, I want to say, whatever the next most expensive Astartes Titan is, so stay tuned for that, and I hope that it's a close combat one, because those are always a blast to watch. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.